Hello and welcome to the Virgo New Moon activation. I'm Adrienne Elise. This new moon is super, super potent, and it's potent in a way that in all the since I've been kind of in depthly studying astrology, what's happening in the stars at the current time on the planet. This is the most potent new moon I've experienced. And new moons are interesting because it's a dark time. It's when we want to go within and we want to kind of it's just more of an internal time. It's the end of the cycle and beginning of the next cycle. So it's a lot of times where our energy is kind of down. It's a time for visioning and seeing what you want in the future. But this is kind of a culmination of this whole eclipse energies things that just keeps happening, and she keeps extending. This energy is just so potent and so powerful. So the reason why we're still feeling that is because Venus is right now at the eclipse point. And so Venus being at the eclipse point is triggering all of this stuff about who we really are and what we really see for our life ultimately. And this is punctuated because the fire trine is still really strong in the sky. And so Venus has just recently hit the North Node and now is at the eclipse point at that right by this fixed star of Regulus, and trining up with Uranus, and just had a trine with Saturn in Sagittarius. So it's completing the fire trine. This is a goddess initiation. This is a goddess initiation of the healer in each of us, the feminine part of ourselves. And so we are like stepping through this gateway. And indeed, this is what the stars are saying to us right now, because if you look at the main aspects, with the sun and the moon are together, that's what makes a new moon. And then opposing them is Chiron, the wounded healer. And Chiron is in Pisces, and so and has been for a long time. And we've been feeling this deep movement of just what was trying to happen on the planet is a healing of the collective consciousness, and Neptune represents that, especially at home in Pisces, really strongly. The dreams, delusions, the visions, the bigger picture, connection to spirit. And so Chiron is here saying, our identity, who we are, is tied up in our human understanding of who we are, is tied up in our collective pain of our past. And so we've got to let this collective pictures, we've got to heal this collective energy, but Chiron is kind of a big generational game player planet, and the sun and moon are our daily, everyday identity. So we are being faced with right now what, in our everyday life, a manifestation of this collective pain, of this collective craziness that has gone on, and is kind of like things of our ancestors. These stories are being held in like a program, like a crystal in our DNA. And so we're kind of like choosing whether we're going to continue to play out the old painful patterns of the way humanity's always done it this last age, or are we going to bust out of this and see ourselves for who we really are. And so everybody's going through that individually right now, seeing themselves for who they really are. And for a lot of indigos and star seeds, it might be really shocking information to be like, wait a minute, I thought I wanted this, and now I realize that's not going to make me happy, and I've got to rearrange a lot. It's an overwhelming feeling sometimes, and there's can be guilt and grief around the past. With Virgo Pisces axis here, this new moon in Virgo activating all this Pisces energy, we're looking at cleaning up the past and being able to move into the future. And, Virgo is the harvest. So we're like clearing the chaff from the wheat. And this is a really potent opportunity for those of us who are ready to step through this powerful gateway. Now, the deal is with the sun and the moon bringing home personal, our daily life, our daily emotional health, these collective issues of pain that affect all of us. And then we've got Mercury and Mars are still very close together, and they're both opposing Neptune in Pisces. So we've got these 4 planets in Virgo opposing these big players in Pisces, and it's like, that's why it doesn't really feel like a Virgo new moon. It's got all this Pisces energy. But the thing is about oppositions in home and astrology are really powerful, because you can see it as a tension, and the tension is growing as they're like pulling away from each other. But then when they're directly opposite, there's this magic that can occur. And so that's where we are right now. We're at this like crazy crossroads of crazy, expressions of collective pain, at the same time, magical opportunities to move forward. So with the Pisces, with these 2 planets, what they're doing is they're making a little rectangle, which is actually like a gateway, because the sun and the moon are opposing Chiron, and then Mercury and Mars are opposing Neptune, and they're very close together, but it's like a little X. This is a portal. We are stepping through a portal. So I'm so glad that you're here with me on this activation today, so that we can like just take advantage of this energy and be ready to step through this portal, step through this goddess initiation. This is us grabbing a hold of the parts of ourselves that have been cast aside, that society said were worthless or no good, and we're going to bring those back home. And this is what the goddess activation is, with Venus on that eclipse point. Super potent energy. Now, the other thing that's going on is that Venus on that eclipse point is lining up with Uranus and Aries, and this is kind of what we're talking about. This is the main core issue here. Uranus is the planet of the rules Aquarius. It's the energy of the future that we're moving into in the Aquarian age. And with Uranus around moving into this new energy, and it's in the sign of Aries, so it's a rebirth. We're having a rebirth in our identity, understanding more of this truth of who we were, or who we are in the collective. And then with that sun and moon opposing Chiron right now, it's coming home to who we really are in our individual life. We're having individual realizations and revelations about who we really are. So Venus is trining up, making that fire trine, and Uranus is about, this revolution in our identity, that actually we're cosmic humans. We're not physical humans, we're cosmic humans. And this is going to mean some changes in our life, and that's the trine up with Saturn, who's the karma duty. And the karma duty we're working with right now is around seeking in Sagittarius, seeking, understanding higher truths, expanding our knowledge. And so this is where humanity's at right now. And for us individually, we're kind of at this place where we can step through this Virgo new moon gateway, this rebirth, and kind of picking up and claiming all these pieces of ourselves and stepping into this new reality, or we can stay behind in the old reality. And these timelines are going to be splitting apart. And so this new moon is a great opportunity to kind of set your intention on your most optimal timeline and allow for a timeline reset. And just the thing about the fire trine is that the triangle energy is really harmonious. So as much as we're being pushed into this initiation, there's harmonizing factors here. And then the thing with the oppositions, so we have 3 really big, huge oppositions, with the sun and the moon coming with Chiron, Mercury and Mars coming with Neptune. And then we also have that Venus is on the eclipse point, trining Uranus, and Uranus is opposing in an exact opposition to Jupiter right now, triggering that Pluto-Uranus square, this breakdown, this generational change. And so, but Jupiter wants to expand whatever it's in, and it's in the sign of Libra, preparing to go into the sign of Scorpio. Now, this is interesting because Venus is there at the eclipse degree, very end of the sign of Leo. The sun and the moon are at the very end of the sign of Virgo. Chiron is coming to the end of the sign of Pisces, and Jupiter is coming to the end of the sign of Libra, getting ready to move into Scorpio. This is going to be a big energetic shift for us over this next year. So that's happening in October. So we'll talk more about that in the future videos. But anyway, we're all at this shifting point. So we've kind of been dangling in this energy of 2017, kind of lost and confused. Bam, here comes the eclipse, and we're still calibrating to that. And we're kind of going to be moving into a whole new chapter. And so today is a great time to let that Pisces energy and the groundedness of this, the priestess energy, of the Virgo energy, the purification of the God, just let that energy happen. Let yourself be reborn to move into the new. Because, so again, we talked about Aquarius or Uranus being the new energy, and that's in the sign of Aries in the rebirth. And then opposing it is Jupiter in the sign of Libra. Now, Jupiter wants to expand, we talked about. And so in the sign of Libra, it wants to expand, and it's completing this lesson because it's coming to the end of Libra. And it's like, how do we expand in our relationships, our communication, our ability to get along with each other, and using that energy to create our new identity. So the new identity of humanity that we're moving into, there's a big piece of it that's around how we're treating each other and how we're learning from each other, how we're working together in a whole different paradigm than kind of outside of the competition paradigm that's represented by Pluto in Capricorn, and kind of moving into a new paradigm where we can take care of each other. That's the Aquarian age. And so there's just a lot of energy. So these three oppositions, but oppositions, like we said, have this magical energy to them. So there's, squares can be just like, there's just pretty much only tension there, and it's about turning the corner. But right now what's highlighted in the sky is these like magical moments, these oppositions, and the grand fire trine. So let's go ahead and tap into this energy to our own goddess, priestess, healer, shaman, initiation, are stepping into taking back all the pieces of ourselves that we've left behind and harmonizing this new activating energies that have come in since the eclipse. So go ahead and just allow yourself to arrive right here, right now in this moment. Just taking a few deep breaths. Paying attention to the base of your spine. And just feel yourself reaching out into communication with Mother Earth, Gaia, through the base of your spine, your root chakra. Just taking a few deep breaths, feeling yourself arrive right here, right now, in this now moment. So we're going through an identity overhaul. We're learning about parts of ourselves that we didn't know existed. This can create some uncertainty. Just use this Virgo energy with its 4 planets in Virgo, Venus soon to join. Just let yourself sink and relax and release into Mother Earth. Let her hold you through this transition. She's here for you. These 3 oppositions in the sky are like beams of light on long timelines, dimensional frequencies lining up. A lot of energy here for alignment. But just noticing in your body, just coming into the truth of who you really are. And a lot of people are having a fear response in their body. This is just programming. Let's go ahead and invite a release of programming around whether or not you get to be who you really are, paying attention to the base of your spine. Just receive an energy wave to release anything that's in the way of you coming into communication with Mother Earth Gaia. Just feeling yourself sinking deeper and deeper into presence, into relaxation, heaviness in your lower body, just coming into deep communication with Mother Earth Gaia. And there has been a huge activation of fear energy on the planet in lots of ways as this collective energy, this collective negativity that the earth can no longer host is being released. But the most important thing we can do is connect in with Mother Goddess Gaia and allow her to carry us into this next adventure. And just feel this beautiful connection. What does this look like? What kind of color is your connection to Mother Earth Goddess Gaia? And can you see that around the whole planet? Using this energy in the sky to open to expanding that Jupiter and Libra, our connection, our cooperation, our working together. It's been a big thing with light workers, being separated from each other. Past programming that if you work together, you're more of a target. Just go ahead and release that energy from your field, receiving an energy wave. Just cleansing and harmonizing. So most of us have come to know that we live in a vibrational universe. The true currency of abundance is vibration. So let's just go ahead and set our vibrational rate with Mother Earth, Goddess Gaia, and our soul brother and sister light workers around the planet that everything is okay. It's time for the light workers the light keepers to step on their path, which isn't actually anything specific right now necessarily, but holding the light of peace, the truth, the bigger picture in your vibrational field. The thing about all wars and battles and kind of like what's going on energetically on the planet right now as we try to choose our future timeline, the new always wins. So just feel yourself as part of the new, as this wave of star seeds that have come to planet Earth to help in this transition. And just be completely present in that reality that you and Mother Earth are joyfully moving into this optimal future. In this case, the new is moving into the Aquarian age where we're taking care of each other, recognizing that the good of the whole means the good of the individual. releasing the paradigm of power and control through this Babylonian money magic system. And you are here to hold the energy for this transition. So just feel yourself communicating even deeper with Mother Earth Gaia through your root chakra, just completely at home. You are the Buddha under the tree in complete communication of the larger cosmos at work in every animate and inanimate object. Everything that you see is an expression of Source. Just feel yourself coming into a deep, peaceful communication and connection with this source of all, larger consciousness, what you were birthed from, was there before anything else. Feel yourself as a cared for child of the universe, floating along, playing your role, allowing consciousness to express through you. The thing about consciousness expressed is that the truth of consciousness expressed is there's joy, even in the most painful things. Just breathing that in, your permission and right for joy, for seeing the bigger picture, for having hope for the new, and receive an energy way to open your crown chakra above your head and just open up to a spiritual connection to this cosmic source. Breathing into your heart. Imagine yourself a tiny little baby floating through space, just held and loved and nourished automatically just by existing. This little child of the universe is surrounded in love. There's nothing to prove or to do or to address or to think about or to correct or fix. Just let this child of the universe relax and release and be held by Mother Earth Gaia and the cosmos. Just a complete recalibration and rebirth, calling all pieces of yourself that are stuck in all dimensional frequencies to come home to planet Earth right here, right now, because now is the time. Now is the time that you're being called to step on your true path, which is individual for everyone, but involves filling yourself with a cup, filling up your cup, being a vessel for the light, love of the cosmos. Filling up your cup with source energy, God, if you want to call it that. Just feeling all of the little parts of yourself stuck off in other memories or experiences coming home into your heart as you can allow. It's like all hands on deck. We're on planet Earth right now and shit's going down. When you have your whole self, you have permission to be the light that you are. Just embody the truth of the cosmos. Open your heart. If you know and that you are, and you continue to remind yourself and let yourself radiate this love, this cosmic love, doing what you're here to do on the planet, supporting others and doing what they're here to do on the planet. You're inviting joy and true experience of cosmic consciousness working in your life. And just feel the whole part of you completely enfolded by this cosmic love of the mother and the father coming together as you float along, held by the universe. Just feel yourself release and relax and journey with everything we've talked about. Receive any images or information, next steps that might help you, support you in your true path. What does it look like and feel like to be on your true path, an emanation of cosmic love? Go ahead and just receive. You fully receive the truth of who you are. It's cosmic truth. There's no more judgment against you. There's only love. And just feeling all the other people that are awakening to their true purpose, the true path, the truth of who they are as cosmic love on the planet. Just imagine reaching out your etheric arms to them, opening your heart, feeling yourself communicating and connecting with all of this love on the planet right now. There is an easier access to higher vibrational frequencies since this eclipse energy. It is also bringing some, like we talked about at the beginning, a fear response to be cleared. And then there's this opportunity to communicate with all of the other beings on the planet that are becoming enlightened, finding permission for joy, releasing judgment, releasing the lower ego, feeling themselves in love and communication with cosmic source of life, knowing that they are the cosmic source of life, just inherently by birthright. Just take a few deep breaths into your heart. Imagine that you're expanding your heart chakra and and to the point where it's reaching out and connecting with all of these other heart chakras all over the planet right now. But we know where we're going, and the new always wins. We're just in transition right now. And with all of us connected, we can help to harmonize this transition into the light for ourselves and other people, just by being in this connection with Mother Earth, by being in harmony in our life. Just taking a few deep breaths, feeling the energy of your heart and the electromagnetic field that comes from having a heartbeat. Just expand as you breathe in air, light, and prana. Connect to all the other hearts opening right now from loving this planet. Be willing to love each other. And just receiving an energy wave and sending this also to all the other light workers and the whole planet. Open your heart. Receive a heart chakra, fourth and fifth dimensional, third dimensional heart chakra activation. And breathe into your heart and feel your wings. All these other light workers opening their heart. We are the angels. We're the angels we've been looking for and waiting to save us. And it's our love that's cloaking the planet right now as we move into this next chapter. And just feel all of these angels in communication with Mother Earth, feeling home and safe and grounded on this planet, working together with Mother Earth Gaia in harmony. That is the truth of Mother Earth Gaia. We've been taught to think that she's a raging, angry goddess. But actually, when we're in connection with Mother Earth, Goddess Gaia, the true result is harmony. The true Gaia codes of Mother Earth are harmony, not destruction. So just feel this heart frequency resonance when you're in connection and communication with Mother Earth. It affects the people around you, your whole neighborhood, and feel that harmony grow. So you just breathe into your heart, enjoying your new heart chakra activation. It's true connection to truth. So when you're in communication and connection with Gaia, you feel harmony. When you're in true communication and connection with the source of all, you feel joy. So if your job here that you thought was your job does not involve harmony and joy, then it's not your job. Just feel yourself as that cosmic child of the universe, just breathing into the truth of who you really are, held and safe and loved. You're doing exactly right. You're existing, breathing in the light, you're holding connection. You are a child of the universe. Thank God for you. And just breathing that communication with all of the open-hearted light workers happening right now on the planet. Beautiful grid around the earth. Cosmic love, harmony, and joy. And just receive those into your life. Just receive this reprogramming on an energetic, genetic level that your path, the truth of who you are, is harmony, love, and joy. Just taking a few deep breaths as you begin to complete your meditation, just taking as long as you'd like, stay there as long as you like. If you're ready, just go ahead and start to make your way back into your body, bringing this peace, harmony, joy, love, this feeling of connection into your life, into your everyday life. Big release of all the old stories that kept you in separation mentality to come back into the oneness. And just coming back into your body, into your awareness, refreshed and renewed, rebirthed, coming back into complete innocence. To harmonic resonance with the Gaia codes, the garden. Just welcome yourself back into the garden, that life can be harmony, joy, peace, love. When you are the love. A lot of light workers have been holding themselves back in their heart chakra, having early messages and past life programming, the fear around who they really are, coming into who they really are, the compassionate side of them, the loving side of them, the spiritual side of them, the healer side of them, being not respected and honored in this world. And of the light worker, there's parts of that need to come back home. And recognize that even though society couldn't value these parts of yourself, the cosmos does. And not only that, but it's absolutely necessary and divine right timing for you to embody this. Kick into who you really are and your ability to love. It's safe and okay to activate your heart chakra again. And be the blessing that you are. Just taking a few deep breaths, coming into your body, into your awareness. Go ahead and bring your wings. Comfort yourself. Remind yourself that you're a cosmic being in an earth experience. Go ahead and just arrive in your body, in your room, in your everyday awareness, bringing with you more spiritual love. And just grounding out deeply into Mother Earth as you come into your everyday awareness. Awareness of your body, wiggle your fingers and toes. Open your eyes, come out of meditation. Thank you for joining me. This powerful rebirth experience. I can really feel this energy, that new energy available on the planet, and people really taking it up and releasing all of these paradigms that have held us back from the best parts of who we are. So thank you for being one of those light workers, light keepers, light holders, activating into this cosmic love that you're here to hold on the planet just by being in connection. And connection with Mother Earth for harmony, connection with Father Sky, great cosmos, creator, energy for joy. And we are children of the universe. We're here to play. Our role is to have fun and play and be in connection. And that is how we fulfill our role here on the planet. And the specific roles will be coming more and more as we move into the future with this Leo North Node in Leo. We'll be seeing more and more about what our individual way of holding light is, and what that might mean as our job and our career and in our community. So we are going into a powerful time of exploring our inner psyche. This Jupiter goes into Scorpio in October. So we're preparing energetically for that right now, going through this initiation so that we can go expand our shadow, clean out the closets, and come to a deeper truth of who we really are underneath this shadow that's been cast on humanity through the Piscean age. So keep up. October is another intense month full of all kinds of really intense astrology. So hang in there. You're doing a great job. And thanks so much for weaving this tapestry of light on the planet and being present with what's happening. I look forward to next time. I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.